Hey, Julie.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. How was your week? How were your exams?
Uh,
How did you do?
Worse than before.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is that in everything or just in certain classes?
Math.
Oh, in math. Okay. Math is difficult for you?
Mm,
More challenging?
uh, I'm poor at geometry.
Oh, geometry. Okay. Yeah, I was too. Well,
Uh,
I don't, I mean, I don't like math. I mean, I like mathematics, but as far as like, we're talking about geometry and, angles and all that, that wasn't my strong suit at all. It didn't. Mm-mm. So I understand. But how did you do in Chinese and how did you do in English?
mm, I did well in English, uh, and Chinese, uh,
Okay.
just as well as before.
Okay. Okay. And I know that's difficult. I know it's hard. I know a lot of students that just in your own language, just in Chinese, it's difficult. So it's a tough class. But English, you did pretty good though. Yeah,
Yeah,
good, 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 good. All right. Well, I mean, you just plug away, just keep at it. It's all you can do. So good for you. Did you do anything fun? Did you go anywhere? Do anything with your friends?
yes, we we went to uh we went to the forest park today.
Oh, okay. And what did you do at the park?
Mm, we we had some matches big on a big area uh grass.
You said you had matches?
Yeah.
What kind of matches? What do you mean?
Mm, Relay competition.
Oh, okay. Okay. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Was it fun? Yeah. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. It's really important to have, especially in your youth. It's important to study and to do well in school, yes, but you also have to have time for just relaxation and fun, games, things like that. Okay, very good. Okay, so now you're just back to studying in school, and
Mm,
uh, and you don't have any time off until after the first of the year. Is that correct?
yeah.
Yeah, no more holidays or anything, and
No, no.
no holidays. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, okay, but that's life. Okay. Anything else? Anything else coming up for you? Any other competitions or any? Are you going to be singing? Uh,
Uh, I don't know.
You don't know yet. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's pick up here where we think we left off 2 weeks ago, and we were on vocabulary practice here. So just go ahead and read. you may have done this one, but it's short and quick. I think it's pretty easy. Just go ahead and read this one and put the correct answer into the sentence.
Most people earn an income by going to work. Not Barry Clifford. He makes money by finding lost pirate treasure. In 1984, he discovered a pirate ship called the Whydah, an English slave ship, in waters near
Massachusetts, which is a state in the United States, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts in the US. It traveled to Africa, where the ship's captain purchased a number of slaves, people who had lost their freedom.
Yeah, exactly.
The ship then traveled to the Caribbean. Captain Sam Bellamy and his pirates took the Whydah and stole all of its goods. Later, Bellamy's men divided the goods among themselves, but their luck didn't last, and soon the Whydah sank in a storm near Massachusetts.
Very good.
Today, factors such as bad weather and rough water make it difficult for Clifford's team to bring objects up from the Whydah. Despite this, over 200,000 objects have been found. These discoveries have helped change our image of pirates. For example, from the pirates
Change our image.
Of pirates. For example, from the pirates' clothes, scientists have learned that the average pirate was only about 1.6 meters tall.
Which is like 5'4", which is very short, in my opinion, for especially being a man, being really short. But good job though, good job. And that's interesting to hear about, even after that ship sank, and they discovered a lot of the objects that were on that ship. But it is, once a ship goes down and it sinks really deep onto the seafloor, it's very difficult for people to go down there, divers and whatnot, just because of the depth of how deep it is and being able to breathe with oxygen tanks and stuff like that. It's really hard to get to those ships, and with currents and the force of water and stuff like that. So there's probably objects and things like that are still on it, just like the Titanic. They still find things on that ship from time to time. Yeah. Okay. Good job. But you got all those were all correct. Go ahead, and then the same thing there, using the some of the words in that passage. Go ahead and put some of those in the sentences. Okay.
If you have a disease. You have an illness.
Okay, good.
When there is uh, equality, all people are treated the same.
Yeah, good.
Factors are reasons for or causes of something.
Good.
If something is buried, it is put in the ground and covered with earth.
Okay.
Income is money you earn, usually for work you do.
Good job. And then take a look where it says word link, and go ahead and just read that little passage.
We can add "dom" to some words to make nouns, meaning a state or condition. For example, freedom means living in a free condition. Other examples include boredom and wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, just so you have
Wisdom.
an idea of DOM. And then also on the side there on that sidebar where it talks about a replica of the Whydah ship at the Denver Museum. What's another word for replica? What does that mean? In your opinion, what is a replica?
Copy.
Exactly. It's right. It's just a copy. It's not the real thing. And we have a lot of replicas in the world. So we have like original paintings, right? We have like, like the Mona Lisa and all these different type of famous paintings. However, usually the real ones, whatever they are usually in some type of museum. But a lot of people, as you know, probably have them in their homes as well. But those would all be replicas, right? They would just be copies of them in some way because they really liked the painting, but they're not an original. Okay, good. All right. Do you know who that girl is? Have you seen her before? You know who she is? And you may not. I don't know, depending on if you've seen the movie. I don't know. Does she look familiar?
Which movie?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
Did you ever
I
see
haven't seen the film.
Oh, you haven't seen those? Okay. I think there's like at least 3 of them. I think there's at least 3. There could be more, but I think there's at least 3. And I think they're on Disney. If you get a chance to ever have Disney or Disney channels or something like that. But it's that's Keira Knightley. She's a Hollywood actress, but she played in all 3 movies of Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp. And honestly, I think I've seen 2 of them. I don't even think I've seen all 3. But they're, it's one of those things. You've heard of it though, yeah? You've heard of that movie, Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at where it says before you read, go ahead and read where it says A.
The golden age of piracy produced a number of famous pirates. While piracy is mainly seen as an activity for men, minor, minority of
Minority.
the minority of the pirates were actually fierce women with
Women,
a
women, women.
fleet of women
Mhm.
with a fleet of ships of their own. One such terrifying pirate who attacked boats and stole goods was an English woman named Charlotte de Berry. Berry started her pirate career when she cut off the head of a cruel captain, who was also her husband, and captured his ship.
No mercy. Okay, wow, that's bad. Um, okay, so number one.
If you attack a person or thing, you try to hurt them.
Number two.
A fleet is an organized group of ships.
Ships, yeah. And number three.
If you capture something or someone, you take it.
Okay, you take it. And then take a look at number where it says B, predict.
Mm. Why do you think the women became pirates?
Okay. And then number two, just kind of keep those. Well, I mean, let me ask you that before we read anything. Why do you think women became pirates?
I think because at first their husbands were pirates,
Okay.
but their hus but they weren't satisfied with the pirates' uh, behavior or something else, so they killed the killed their husbands, and they became the pirates
Okay, like
or
the
even
leader or whatever.
captain.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Um, do you think all women kill their husbands?
uh, maybe not. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Okay. And what do you think eventually happened to the women pirates after, let's say they some of them might have killed their husbands or whatever, but if that was their husband and they were and their husbands were pirates and they became pirates too, because maybe their husbands were to keep it in the family. I don't know. But what do you think eventually happened to them?
Uh,
Do you think they were successful at it, or do you think they were killed as well, like some of the men?
they the some may uh some may be killed and uh others uh did well.
Okay, so you think some of them, the others did well, yeah. And I also think if their husbands were pirates, it's a good chance that the husbands were killed, just not by them, but by other men. And maybe when that happened, maybe they took over and became pirates. I have no idea. I really don't know. Okay, Women of the Waves. And that does say that caption there says Keira Knightley plays a female pirate named Elizabeth Swan in the movie Pirates of the Caribbean. So that's a picture of her in that movie. Okay, Women of the Waves. Go ahead. So it's the women.
Throughout history, the majority of pirates have been men, but were there any women pirates? Absolutely. Below are two from different parts of the world.
Okay.
Mary Read, pirate in this goose.
Disguise.
Disguise.
Yeah.
Mary Read was born in England around 1690. She lived most of her life disguised as a man. As a teenager looking for adventure, she dressed as a boy and got a job at sea. Later, as a young woman, still pretending to be a man, she found work on a ship and sailed to the Caribbean. On one journey, pirates attacked Mary's ship. Instead of fighting, she joined them. But Mary had to be careful because many pirate ships had a rule: no women allowed. If the men discovered her true identity, they might shoot and kill her. So first, Mary stayed by herself and avoided others. But soon she made a surprising discovery. One of the pirates on the ship was actually a woman. Annie Bonny was the captain's girlfriend, but she was also a pirate herself. Mary told Annie her secret, and the two women became good friends and powerful fighters. They fought together until they were captured in 1720.
Okay, and taking a look at that picture, if that's displayed as accurate, as accurate as it can be, it kind of looks like a man. But you could understand why they would probably have to disguise themselves at that period of time. Yeah. Okay, and here's the second one.
Ching.
Sure, okay.
Pirate queen. In early 18th
1800s.
Pirates,
In the early 1800s.
Pirates Ching Shih terrorized the Chinese coast. When her powerful pirate husband died, control of its 500 junks transferred to Ching Shih. While she was in charge, she expanded her fleet to almost 2,000 ships. A fearless fighter, Shih led nearly 80,000 pirates, both men and women. They targeted ships and towns along the coast of China. For years, leaders throughout the region failed to stop her. Eventually, Qin Shi retired, a rich and respected woman.
Wow, interesting, huh? And they say it says 500 junks, JUNKS, and that's a traditional type of a Chinese sailing ship. Okay, interesting. All right, and let's go ahead and read the questions.
What is the main purpose of this reading? To describe two female pirates.
Okay, good. Number 2.
Look at the word disguised in line 6. Here, disguised means to Change your appearance.
Exactly, good. Number 3.
In line 15, what does others refer to?
You, you're seeing if you have it in your book. Okay, and that for this one, it looks like it's on page maybe 155. I don't know.
No.
No, you don't have that. Okay, so line 15, others. Mary stayed by herself and avoided the others. Okay, and I'll go back to the
Pirates.
yeah, the other pirates. Good. Number 4.
What unusual discovery did Mary Read make? Another pirate was actually a woman.
Exactly. And then number 5.
In lines 22 to 23, what does Ching Shih terrorize the Chinese coast mean?
Okay.
Qing Shi created fear among people on the Chinese coast.
Exactly. Okay. Number 6.
Which statement about Qing Shi's ship is not true? All of the sailors were women.
Yeah, women. Good. And then number 7.
Who was married to a pirate? Uh, Qing Shi.
Exactly. She was, and then when he died, everything was left to her. Exactly. Okay, good job. And let's go ahead and read the next one using context to guess the meaning of words. Okay.
When you find a new word, look at context, the words around it, to help you guess its meaning. First, identify the word's part of speech, noun, verb, etc., and any suffixes and prefixes.
Prefixes, right? We have a suffix and prefix.
In the sentence below, you can see contemporary is followed by a noun. This suggests that it could be an adjective. You can also see that it's contrasted with the earlier part of the sentence. The first adjective is older, and so you may be able to guess that contemporary is Antar
An antonym, an antonym.
antonym and means current or modern.
Okay.
Older views of pirates were often very different from those of contemporary authors.
Okay, meaning current authors, right? And we see that. You can see the opposite where it says older views. Well, it's the opposite of older, newer, or meaning current or modern as well. Okay, let's take a look at the multiple choice and see if you can choose the correct answer. You might have to go back to the reading. We may do that, but you might be able to figure it out.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, meaning yes, right? Okay, number 2.
Identity. Uh, hmm.
Try to look at it as a just process of elimination. Okay. What do you think identity is? Do you think it's a I mean, if you want me to go back to the line, I can do that. I can go back to the reading to line 13 and you can read it. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to line 13. Did you find it?
Yeah.
If the man discovered her true identity. Okay. So going back to that. Oops. There we go.
Self.
Self, exactly. Okay. Number 3.
Expanded. Increased.
Okay. And number 4.
Retired. Stopped working.
Exactly. Okay. And then number B. Go ahead and read that one.
One of the most famous pirates of all time was Captain Kidd. Born in Scotland in 1654, William Kidd actually started out as a privateer and a pirate hunter. He was hired to apprehend pirates and did this for many years. However, he switched sides to become a pirate himself. On January the 30th, 1698, Kidd took his greatest prize, an Ameri- an Armenian
An Armenian ship.
an Armenian ship called the
It looks like it's a Whydah merchant.
Whydah merchant. After a bloody battle, he was ordered to bring the stolen loot back to England. Instead, he left the ship in the Caribbean and sailed to New York on another ship. He was soon arrested and hanged in 1701.
Yeah, 1701 or 1701. Okay, so seeing if we can match those up. What do you think? Uh-huh.
Apprehend.
What does what apprehend?
To catch.
To catch, good. And to switch?
To change.
To change. And battle?
Fight.
Yeah. And loot?
The treasure.
Exactly. Okay, those are pretty simple. Okay, so taking a look at critical thinking, this would be good because this is kind of up your alley. You're a teenager. Go ahead and read that.
Discuss with a partner. What kinds of adventure do today's teenagers look for?
And you can kind of segue it into in what ways are the dreams of modern teenagers different from those or similar to those teenagers in Mary's time? What do you think some of the big differences between teenagers now and teenagers way back then? What do you think? Remember, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just, it's your thought of how do you think life was for teenagers back in the 1700s? And then compare that to how life is now for a lot of teenagers. And you can start if you want to just think of, that time frame and start with the life of kids way back then. What do you think?
Um, um,
Where are you stuck? What are you not
mm,
what are you not sure of what to say? This is really important just because it's really good for you, Julie, to speak. And
I,
I don't care about the answer. It's I really
I'm,
don't.
uh, I'm not sure
About
what
what?
kinds of adventure do today's teenagers look for.
Well, let's bring it to you. Okay, you're a teenager. What do you look for? You're
Uh,
part of that group.
I look, I look for no adventure.
You don't look for a lot of it.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay. And that's fine. But now let's go back. Let's go to the second part. What are dreams of modern teenagers? Once again, I don't care about other teenagers. What are your dreams?
My, my dream,
Mhm.
um,
And I know you have friends, and you probably have talked with your friends at some point. What are their dreams?
to be a teacher.
Okay, let's say a dream is to be a teacher. How do you get there? How do you become a teacher from what you believe? What is your thought on how do you become a teacher?
Uh, uh, study.
Okay, you have to study. What else do you have to do?
Uh, be a teacher.
Mhm. What do you attend after high school?
The university.
Okay, so you need to get a degree, right? You need to further your
Yeah,
education.
yeah.
Okay, so this is what I'm trying you to this is what I want you to say, because you know it. I can ask you the questions and you know how to give me yes no answers. That's easy. and
Uh,
I know you know it because you're giving me the correct answers, but now I want you to say it. Give me sentences, yeah. Okay, so continue on. So that's what you would do to become a teacher. Okay, that could be someone's dream. Okay, now tell me what you think it was like for those teenagers way back then.
mm, um, to be a a captain.
Okay, so you think maybe a lot of teenagers wanted to be a captain of a ship.
Uh, yeah.
Okay, okay, and Why? Why do you think they wanted to be captains of ships?
Mm, because
There's whatever you think.
uh,
No right or wrong answer. Why would they want to be captains of a ship?
because uh, Ma Mary Read it uh 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 bec- bec- became a be, became a captain.
Okay. Mary Read became a captain. Let me ask you, do you think life for teenagers way back then in the 16 and 1700s, do you think it was difficult?
Yeah,
Okay. Much more so than it is today. Yeah.
yeah,
You think teenagers have it easier today than teenagers in the 1600s?
yeah, yeah.
What other challenges do you think teenagers faced back then? Do you
Uh,
think of all just the basic necessities that you have as a teenager right now or as a life? Do you think you had a stable home, a place you grew up, a place where you went to school, a place where you stayed with your family, a place where you had all your friends and that you could do things with? Do you think good, maybe, good food, schools, clothing, uh, some treats, you know, maybe we have, of course we have like phones now, we might have musical instruments, we have books to read. Do you think teenagers had all that stuff back in
mm,
back in the 16 and 1700s? Or do you think,
no,
yeah, or do you think they had to do a lot of work?
they 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 don't need uh they um so they um
Are you stuck?
uh,
Are you stuck? Okay. No,
yeah.
I mean, you just think about it. If you say 400 or 500 years ago, that's a long time. Um, but obvious, I mean, I don't know. I just think they had a much harder life. I think they probably, a lot of them didn't go to school. I think a lot of them, if their parents were pirates,
Oh, Yeah.
You know, they're living on ships, or they're, if they are, who knows? But you know, they probably have to work a lot. There's a lot of work to do on a ship because you're on water and there's no land to go to, you know, to step off on. So your ship is your, it's your life raft. I mean, you, if anything happens to that ship, it sinks, it goes underwater and you die. All right. So I think there was a lot of work to be done on a ship to maintain it. And therefore, if you're on a ship, are you going to the schools? Are you learning, you know, things that you should learn?
No.
You know, it's just, it's a very, and do you think you have adequate food? Probably not. Is it, do you think a lot of that food is bad? Probably. It probably goes bad. I mean, it's just totally different way of life, you know, just wearing maybe the same clothes. Are you able to take a shower or a bath on a regular basis? Probably not. I mean, it's just, you know, probably just a really different way of living. That's, I don't know, that's what I think. I think it'd be very hard life. And not even just for teenagers, just for people as well. A lot of illness, a lot of disease. Yeah, a lot of differences. Okay, let's go to the vocabulary practice. Let's see if we can put in the correct word on these sentences.
Even today, pirates are common in places such as the Strait of Malacca in Southeast Asia, as it is the world's most important shipping region. About 70,000 cargo ships sail through this area every year.
Okay.
Like 18th century pirates, many of today's pirates are fearless killers.
Right.
But now they had better weapons and faster boats. They mostly shoot cargo ships.
Not
For-
shoot, not shoot.
They mostly target.
Target, yes. Meaning that's their aim. That's what they're looking for. So they they target cargo ships. Right? Why do you, let me ask you this question. Why do you think they target cargo ships?
Because it's bigger and there maybe more goods and money. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of goods, right? Because those cargo ships, they bring everything from cars to, I mean, whatever you name, you know, anything you can think of. A lot of expensive tools, equipment, like you say, money, you know, just tons of goods. So they're huge, right? So there's a lot of things that they can get off those cargo ships. Okay, so they target cargo ships. Go ahead, keep going.
Some things today's oil, wood, animals, and weapons. Modern day pirates sometimes pretend
Yeah.
to be a boat in trouble and stop in front of a cargo ship. The cargo ship slows down to avoid hitting the boat.
Mhm.
This gives the pirates a chance to climb onto the ship. The pirates sometimes capture people and say they will shoot the people if they don't get money.
Exactly. Okay. And then the true false, and we'll stop there.
Uh, if you terrorize someone, you make them fear you. True.
True. Okay.
If police fail to catch a killer, they are successful in catching him. False.
False. Okay. Number 3.
If you respect someone you like and think highly of them. True.
True. Okay.
If you transfer from one bus to another, you change buses. True.
True. Okay. And those are just words just to see if you understand the meaning behind them since we read those. And you do. Okay. We'll stop here, Julie. Any questions before we go?
Mm,
Interesting.
no.
No? Okay. So when we come back next week, we'll take a look at Blackbeard. He was a famous pirate too. Blackbeard.
Oh.
So, and he had a big black beard. Anyway, okay. So with that, hey, Julie, have a great weekend and do try to do something fun. And I will see you next week and we'll pick up here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Have a good one. Bye, Julie.
Bye.
Bye.